Hey guys, it's MisterSouji again, and today I'm here for a very special review of the Ultra Act God Zenon from Gridman, or for the stateside people, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. So let's get them out the box and take a look and see what we got here today. God, that's annoying. Now, one of the neat things is that, unlike most Tamashii web exclusives, this comes with a standard retail package with the window and everything. It feels like a retail release, at least in the packaging, but maybe Thunder Gridman didn't sell that well, or maybe supposedly there were some licensing issues because this sort of looks like Optimus Prime. I don't know. The head kind of does. Maybe God Bomber Ginrai or whatever he sort of looks like, but whatever. Let's take a look and see what he's got. So this is God Zenon, or Zenon in the US himself. Straight out of the packaging. Yeah, overall, really good construction, really good quality control. I can't really find any mistakes. You know, there's the occasional seam line and stuff, but that's to be expected to an extent. I do have a couple gripes about it, but the construction is really neat on this guy, especially when it comes to poseability. So let's take a look at some of that. Now, something you can probably barely make out is this figure actually has a little bit of light piping, which was neat because if you add the original toy, the entire back of the head was transparent. The jewel on the head and the eyes are all transparent, and if light shines in any of them, it'll shine out of all of them. So that's kind of neat. You can't really see it that well on camera, but yeah, very rare for these toys to have some form of light piping on them. Okay, now, when I was saying he had neat articulation, this is the neat thing about the engineering. In the show, he was a very robotic robot. Yeah, I know. But he didn't really move that much. So, you know, they can't really, you know, they replicated that. Like, his head just goes left and right. Or does it? If you pull on his head, he grows a neck. And now he's got, sometimes his head pops off. There's a lot of ball joints in this, so he has sort of a double neck joint, but this is more articulation than he even had in the show. Same way with the abdomen. Pull up on that, and now he's got an ab crunch. Really nice range, especially for a robot that's not supposed to be very mobile. Now, one of the gripes, this is a minor gripe, he has what I call Megazord Shoulders. At the SH Super Robot Chogokin Megazord, you'll notice this sound is familiar. It's that plastic squeaking on plastic sound. And there's a very small peg in there. Something, I don't know, it's just, that makes me super uncomfortable. He's got this joint right here that lets his arm swing out. Like I said, for what it is, super postable. Now, he has his arm, you know, he's got the swivel here, he's got the fist ball joint. Fists are removable, but there's no swappable hands, but he doesn't really need them, and you'll see why they're removable in a little bit. He has a double hinged elbow, but he's got this right here to replicate the regular joint, and if you want to double joint it, it's got another hinge in there, so that's a full 180. He has skirt armor, front, back, side, even though his leg, once again, you got to remember this is not supposed to be a superposable character. His leg is on a ball joint, which is weird for this type of figure, but it goes up, back. The actual joint itself is blocking it a little bit, but doesn't go out very far. You can do a nice front kick. Now, in terms of, probably my biggest gripe with the figure is there's a lot of weird hollow parts with these double joints. This is hollow. I thought maybe, oh, well, might be some sort of extra gimmick to it. You know, like you can attach it to servo or something like that, but there's nothing that signifies that. I mean, I have the armor to attach to servo. The knee has the same thing. The knee's really weird because you have this joint, and this is nice. If it stopped here, I'd be fine, you know. But, you know, you can stop it here if you want to, but it keeps going. And if it keeps going, you get the full 90 degrees, but it's empty in there. However, there's another joint, an unnecessary joint right here. And it cuts off the top of the drill, but it's there. And you can get technically over 180 degrees, even though that's not physically possible. But the feet leave a little bit to be desired. They're on a weird ball joint. Let me take it out for a second. But that doesn't pop in and out. That's just there. And you've got this weird ball joint in here. And it just doesn't have a lot of clearance room because of the little side thing. Well, actually, you know what? I made myself fly. I mean, it's still not super posable, but like I said, the legs don't spread too far, so you're not going to get a really wide spread. Look, he does have the shield on the back. And like, there's a lot of weird removable parts. Like, this comes off. And it feels like that they should have glued that in place, but I don't really care. And then these are posable just like on the original figure, even though these were never used in the show as weapons. I would have been a little bit happier as if these were, I don't know if somehow you could use these as gun hands or something like that, but like, not gun hands, but like you could put them in the hand. But overall, for what it is, it's more posable than it should be. Yeah. Now, he does come with some accessories. He comes with a really nice display stand. Let me show you what it looks like. And it is exclusive to this, and I wish each one of the figures had come with it. But it is a Gridman display stand that's really nice. It is transparent, but it's really hard to see unless you have light shining directly on it. But something I've not been able to find is an actual display attachment point in him, and that's kind of weird, you know, for them to come with that and it's not on there. But there's a reason, because one, what's this guy going to be doing in the air? I mean, seriously, what's he going to be doing in the air? But the reason it comes with it, it doesn't come with one, but it comes with two arms for this guy. And I'll show you why. Now this is a lot more impressive in person, but you know, you can't really get it unless you actually have like proper depth. But these two arms it comes with, it also comes with these effect parts. You can attach the fist to the arms, and it recreates his rocket punch attack, or I'm not sure if there's an actual name in the show. This is super nice. This will probably be how I'm displaying it. My only issue is that it would have been nice if the ball joints on the arms actually went in instead of just like being there. The effect parts could have been a little bit better, but they're pretty accurate to how they were in the show, so, you know, I'm not going to give them too much crap for that. Now, it also, for some strange reason, comes with this cannon. This cannon is not part of this robot setup at all. In the show, it was a completely different robot part. In fact, this cannon is supposed to transform into a jet. Now, a lot of the details washed out. I know I'm using too much flash, but there's some nice detail in the wings and stuff, but it doesn't transform. There's no moving parts. It looks like it's got moving parts. Like, this is even molded as a separate joint. And honestly, like, I don't think I'd ever use it as a jet, but they probably could have fit the transformation in there without, you know, literally, like, the transformation of these wings fold up, these wings fold down, this handle folds away and this mouth closes. That's it. It doesn't even have a moving mouth. It feels like it moves, but I'm not going to mess with it too much. And I can see these breaking if you fiddle with them, but these are sharp as well. These little fins on the head. It's nicely detailed though. And I'm not complaining that it came with it, but like if they made a King Gridman, it should have come with this. Too bad they never made a King Grid... What? They made a King Gridman armor? Oh, son of a... And this is what Gridman looks like holding it. I would probably recommend using that stand if you do have him holding it, but he doesn't have to. You have to use... There's 2 gripping hands he have. You have to use a smaller one, and that's the reason why he's using the wrong hand to hold it. I didn't feel like going in the box and switching his hand. I would still recommend using some form of a stand if you're going to put him on a shelf and display him with this thing. Honestly, I'm going to have to get King Gridman because I have to complete the set, which is another web exclusive, which is the biggest problem with this set. This is a nice set. Is it worth what I paid for it? No. Simply put, it's expensive. I paid over... Well, actually I got a deal on eBay, but like, this was around $120. This isn't worth that. I'd say $60, $70. But like, it's nice. I don't really have any major complaints other than the hollowness and stuff like that. I like it. It's just, it should have been a $50 figure. The cannon should have come with King Gridman or Formo. Honestly, I like it. I think, like I said in my Thunder Gridman review, I think Thunder Gridman and King Gridman should have just been figures, like standalone figures, not armor, because it ruins the figure. And honestly, that might have been what ruined this line. Is, you know, they announced Gridman, and Gridman must have been really popular, and then they released King Gridman, and that it just sort of fell off the face of the planet. This guy and King Gridman became web exclusives, and the way they're packaged, I don't think they were originally supposed to be web exclusives. But yeah, it's a nice figure. I'd only recommend it if you're a hardcore fan. I actually had the deluxe, and still have the deluxe somewhere, of this guy growing up, so, and there's some nostalgia for it to me. But I guess that's it for the review. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.